goats are exposed to the different types of plants while grazing, and therefore they are more prone to the plant. Means the resinous leaves as well as seeds, both are poisonous, both are toxic. And ingestion of leaves or these beans can lead to GI irritation, leading to abdominal pain, diarrhea, tenesmus, diarrhea, straining, and dehydration. Anorexia will be there, suggestion of rumination, excessive thirst, and even nervous signs will develop, including the decreased vision and convergence. Again, the signs, they are more or less similar to that of nerium oleander poisoning. And nervous signs as well as the GI signs, they are observed. Here again, you have to, there's no specific antidote, and just you have to give the symptomatic type of treatment. And the most important is the fluid and electrolyte therapy. Urinary alkalizers can be given and the oral antacids to elevate the local irritation they are recommended. But in my opinion, this is again a fluid therapy. Fluid therapy that is very, very important in the management of most of the poisoning. That is to be given at a frequent intervals. Then the next is the tobacco poisoning, that is a nicotine poisoning. So tobacco contains nicotine, or ingestion or consumption, the leaves of tobacco can lead to nicotine poisoning. The signs, they include salivation, frequent urination, colic, vomition, bloat, diarrhea. These are the general signs of GI involvement with urination, and weakness, staggering, the nervous signs, they are being observed. Animals, they become recumbent, and finally they die. There is no specific antidote for again castor bean or a castor seed poisoning, but lavage followed by activated charcoal. Here the activated charcoal and saline cathartic, they are being recommended. Actually, the demulsion type of preparations, they will be helpful. The loose motions are there. Again, a fluid therapy is of utmost important. And the last plant poisoning, which I am discussing, that is the Subabul toxicity. Again, it is very common. It is, it is a fodder being fed to the sheep and goat. We recommend actually for sheep and goat, and it is available in almost all parts of our country. But excess feeding of this Subabul leads to Subabul toxicity. If it is given in a small quantity on a daily basis, it may not cause harm. It's really a proteinous and a nutritious type of a fodder, which will help in getting a very good growth rate, even in case of the lambs and kids, and even beneficial in the adults. But it has to be given in a very small quantity. So exclusive feeding creates a problem. As regards the clinical signs, there is a complete loss of so completely bald. You see, this kid was completely, I have seen number of kids which develop baldness. They are baldy kids. So complete loss of hairs from all over the body, dryness and scaling of the skin, and the heat is seeking behavior. So usually the signs of hypothyroidism they develop. Signs of hypothyroidism they will develop in a Subabul toxicity. So treatment is withdrawal of the Subabul feeding. Iodine supplementation is beneficial. Iodine supplementation, you can give a sodium iodide. Mainly, you can give iodized salt on a regular basis. Iodized salt, mineral mixture, and liver tonics. See, after 1 month, there was a complete recovery, and there was a regrowth of hairs. So it is possible. Just I will tell you, only discontinuation of Subabul feeding can lead or is the beginning of improvement. It is the beginning of improvement. And if you give iodized salt, then definitely the recovery will be faster. No, the specialized treatment is required for this. Okay, actually, it's responsible for inability of thyroid gland to utilize this iodine for synthesis of the thyroxine hormone. That's the basic problem. How to prevent Subabul toxicity? Subabul should be fed at the rate less than 40% of the legume ration. Whatever legumes you are giving. So cereals you will have to give. As far as the legumes are concerned, so you can replace 40% of the leguminous forages by Subabul. You cannot replace, all, you can say, replace a leguminous fodder. So if you are giving a lucerne or persimmon, along with that, you will have to give Subabul. Maybe 60% this is lucerne and or persimmon, and 40% Subabul. Very small quantity of the Subabul leaves can be given on a daily basis, may not cause. Adding iodinated salt or iodized salt, it is to be, when you are giving Subabul, include iodized salt in the diet of the sheep and goat. Soaking of the Subabul, this is not most practicable, but drying off will definitely reduce the mimosine content. So it's mimosine toxicity.